Welcome new players to PSO2 NGS. Today I will be showing you guys the ropes. This guy will be thorough, so stick around for the whole thing. So, you'll be greeted by the intro video. From there you'll press enter, you will go to start game. And from there, you'll have a selection of 4 ships. I recommend you play on ship 2 as it's the largest and most famous ship. If you don't want to, you can go to ship 1. Ship 1 is also a good choice. Now, ship 3 and 4, I do not recommend joining. Both ship 3 and 4 have the smallest populations and they have the highest prices marketplace-wise. You don't want to join those. Okay, so after selecting your ship, you'll click on character creation or selection. Then from there, either you'll create a character, or if you have one character created already, you'll select it and you'll enter the game. Since I already have a character, we're just going to skip past that. You guys can stop the video if you have to create a character. You'll shortly arrive at the main camp, which is Elio's camp. This is where you'll be at starting the game. We'll move on to Ryuker devices. These are teleportation devices. You can also use them for crafting food buffs, as you see above. Alright, so now we got that Ryuker device food buff. I'm going to show you guys the map. As I said, you can use these to teleport all around the world. Now also moving on to creative space. Creative space is player housing. Other players have their own player houses that you can visit. There's also alliance spaces, which is alliance housing. Guild halls, so to speak. Alright, so moving on to the next buff, we have region buffs or region mag buffs. I'm going to be teleporting to one. You'll go here and give up some items for a mag buff. So either that be food, materials, minerals, ores, etc. Now these mags can be found all over the world. You'll have to discover them and find them. Then you can just teleport to them after discovering them. Next up, and finally, is creative space buffs. We'll be going to our alliance space and getting the alliance space mag. Okay, so now we're here. Looks pretty nice, right? Now we just locate the alliance mag, and just like we did with the regional mag, we'll feed it some items and we'll receive a buff. The only difference between a regional mag and an alliance mag is that the alliance mag, you use GP points, Wizard Genesis points. These are CS based points, and they're easy to obtain. Throughout the whole overworld, you'll find Tames. That's how you obtain meats. You'll also come across seafood, which are located near bodies of water like the beach, or the ocean, or lakes. You want to collect these materials every day. Do it on a daily basis. As you see, there's a tame right here. It doesn't attack you. That's how you do it to tame. It's passive. Kill it, and it will drop the meat. Now, fruits will grow on trees, so go over those trees, you'll see them glowing, and collect those fruits. I always farm tames and collect fruits as much as possible. You know the saying, work smarter, not harder. What you can do now, you should do now so you don't have to do it later. We're out here like a fruit ninja, tried and true. The game also has vegetables. They'll be mostly on the floor. Just like the fruits, they'll be glowing. Next will be mineral farming or ore farming. As you can see, Stia is the best region to do this. You see these large mineral cores, they drop everything. So do these every day if you can. They're called complex mineral. The only way to break them is you have to grab a meteor and throw it at it. Alright, so we got this one too. There's another location I'm going to show you guys. This is the last location for the mineral core. You want to get this as well. So just like I said, you'll grab a meteor, you'll throw it at it, and it will break. I just recommend breaking these mineral cores. It's faster, more efficient, and you can move on to whatever else you're going to be doing. Alright, we got it. To access tasks, you'll press start and then you'll go to task. As you can see, we have main, side, daily, weekly, and limited time. You'll be looking at daily a lot and side. For the new players, story quests will be listed in main, so make sure to select that tab. Now concerning limited time tasks, these are usually listed when there's an event going on or seasonal. You want to do them because sometimes you can obtain cosmetics and other various rewards, as you can see. You want to complete your daily task every day. Now moving on to Mission Pass. This drops a variety of different cosmetic items and also augment capsules. It's very essential that you complete this. They're free items that you obtain by just playing the game. However, the second row is only for premium users only, so you have to buy premium. Now there's also titles, which you unlock by doing various things in the game, and there's also the quest menu. So we have limited time tasks or LTQs. These are seasonal or event quests. You want to run these as much as possible. You have Nameless City, you have Leceil, you have Duel Quests. Now the other option brings up various other quests like Trigger Quest, Time Attack, you can rewatch or redo story quests, and mini episodes. Next up, we'll be moving on to important NPCs. We have Leah over here. By talking to her, you'll be able to access side quests, which give you XP. You want to grab these and complete them every day. You want to speak to the Alliance support NPC? Accept Alliance task and complete them. They give you Alliance badges, which you can exchange for Genesis points and stargems. You can also exchange them for Gold Primm Sword 2 and Gold Primm Armor 2. These are important enhancement materials. Next up is the item trader. You want to speak to them. It'll open up the shop menu. As you can see, we have equipment upgrade, we have mat, item exchange regional. There's a lot of options. So we have like TA Customization X. You have like Growth Mend 2, you have the Disc A, Disc B's, the LC capsules, which are good to have on your gear until you get best in slot. This NPC is important because you're able to craft essential materials not only for enhancing your gears, your armors, your units, but also for upgrading and enhancing your PAs or techniques, or rather your moves, customizing them, modifying them. You need the mats. That's where the item trader comes in. Now for returning players and new players, the equipment upgrade menu is very important. You want to craft your Akroselio weapon, and you also want to craft your Akrostasis armors or units until you get best in slot. These are the best that you can get. We'll move on to End Weapons Badge Exchange. Here you'll be able to exchange End Weapons Badge for essential capsules, augment capsules, and master cubes, and other various important items. You'll probably be using this a lot. The only way for you to obtain those End Weapon badges are through events and seasonals. Now the main thing about item recycle, you're able to obtain an Augment Transfer passes. You're also able to obtain Alpha Reactors, which you can exchange for Meseta. You also can obtain stargems and Genesis points here, and you can also obtain grinders. You want to visit this menu daily. We'll be moving on to the class counter. Here you'll be able to change your class, select a subclass. You'll also be able to access various other things such as the skill trees for both your subclass and main class. As you can see, I'm selecting a new subclass. Just like your main class, you have to level your subclass. Let's take a look at the skill tree. It'll be in Learn Class Skill. As you can see, every class has a skill tree, and every class has certain special abilities and modifiers for the class that further enhance it and the gameplay. You want to optimize your skill trees, I recommend looking at a guide, or rather a skill tree build for your specific class. I'm Force and Slayer, so this is how I set things up. And as you can see here, where it says main class only, those are skills that you can't use with your subclass, so never allocate points towards that, because you can't use it. Subclasses cannot use main abilities. For subclasses, I would allocate all my points towards passive abilities that can be used. Now, how do we obtain skill points for our skill trees? Well, the answer to that is simple. You want to take on these Trainias. These are like cocoons. As I've showed you the shape of them before, they're all over the map. You could take a screenshot as well and get them. I'm going to be pinpointing to them for you. As you can see, Swift Jump, Alter's Rush, Test Flight, various others. Upon completing them, you will be awarded with skill points, so do all of them. Every region has them. Complete them all so you can completely fill out your skill tree. Alright, so I'll be teleporting to one so you guys know what it looks like. That way you're more easily able to discover these out in the world. Now this is what a Trainia looks like. You'll notice how out of place it looks in the environment. Let's go over Techarts Customization. This is how you're able to customize your Techarts, Photon Arts, or rather your moves. You go to Activate Techarts Customization. I'm Force, I'm going to go to my techniques, and as you can see, it displays options, 3 options for each. These change the nature and how the PA or technique behave. They also add additional damage and other properties. Some options also change the animation of the PA or technique. Now there are levels to this. The maximum level is level 10. So let's take a look at how it works. As you can see, customization level 1, you'll have the materials needed. It also costs peseta. And as you increase the level, the more is needed. And other materials will also be needed. Now meseta will also increase as a cost. The max level is 10. As you can see, it needs customization disc X, disc A, and disc B, also NX cubes. Like I said before, look at a guide or a build for your specific class, and they should have also the recommended Techarts customizations that you want to focus on. You want to do this if you want to have an optimal build. You can also modify your Techarts customization for your subclass. Let's move on to M.A.R.S. So this is like a special ability with a cooldown. You'll go to M.A.R.S. Skill Learning. It'll bring up the M.A.R.S. skill tree. So M.A.R.S. ability itself also has a skill tree. Eventually you'll have all of this fully completed. Now how do you obtain M.A.R.S. skill points? Well, it's simple. I'm going to show you. You'll go to M.A.R.S. Skill Point Exchange, and you're going to exchange M.A.R.S. updaters for skill points. Now M.A.R.S. updaters can be found in Nameless City Exploration. I'm going to show you guys where that is. Nameless City is a mode where you run around a city, defeating various monsters, completing challenges, gathering points, all before the timer runs out. It's a pretty chill mode and is worth running because, like I said before, you're able to obtain M.A.R.S. updaters to enhance your M.A.R.S. Next, we'll be moving on to generate add-on skills. These are pretty much passive, permanent buffs that you can obtain for each and every class. I recommend you generate one for each class. And if you choose add-on skill 5, it's automatically level 20, which is the max. Now it will cost 1 million meseta, but it's worth it. Add-on skills are essential to building an optimal build, so do them. Here are some examples of the buffs you can obtain, or the stats. I'm Force, I need Technique. So look at that, I got Technique, Weapon Potency up, Natural Photon Point Recovery up. Even if you don't have them equipped, any and all generated add-ons are permanently applied to your character, even if you're not that class. The Item Lab. This is where you'll be able to enhance your armors and weapons. As you can see, I'm going to show you an example. We have Gold Primm Sword 2. Let's say we wanted to enhance that, we would select something else as fodder to give it experience. And as you can see, it's going from 60 to almost 61. This also costs End Grinder, and it also costs Peseta, so beware of that. Once we've selected the max amount that we can apply as fodder, we will hit confirm. Okay. You'll also want to use your End Enhancement success rate plus 100%. Always do this, especially if you're upgrading your main weapon. As you can see, greatly enhanced to 64. The max is 90, it will tell you the max. As you can see, it displays the max number of enhancement level, which would be 90 for that. How will we go about surpassing that? We go to Limit Break. And so we would Limit Break that weapon. It costs Armor Refiner, Refiner 2, and some Peseta. But the limit would be increased from 90 to 100. You would also do this for your units or armors. Next, we'll be moving on to potentials. These are special stats that each and every weapon have. They're unique. As you can see with this weapon, its potential is potency plus 18, 20% chance of rust sign not being consumed. Each and every weapon is different and is unique, and so are the potentials. It's going to cost Photon Chunks, Monotite, and some Peseta. The max level currently is level 6 for potentials. So let's talk about fixes. These are also additional stats that weapons and units can take on. You can add preset skills, you can enhance preset skills, and you can also transfer preset skills as long as the weapon type is the same. Some weapons and units already have pre-established fixes. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to add a fixa or a preset skill onto a weapon that doesn't have one. You'll go to add a preset skill, go to confirm, and item selected as materials would usually be substitute. Then from there, you want to upgrade the level of that preset skill or fixa. So it'll start from 1, the max would be 5. I'll show you guys an example of my unit. Here you see the fixa or preset skill. It's called Fixa Orgesis level 4. As you can see, it's an additional stat that the unit or armor takes on, and you can increase them, and you can transfer them, you can replace them. This applies also to weapons. Well, next we'll be going over how to add augments or stats to your units and weapons. You'll want to select a weapon or unit of your choice, then you will go to material item selection, and you will select the augment capsules that you want to put onto your weapon or units. You want to have at least 10 of them. That way you have a higher chance of them being applied to your unit or weapon without fail. They go by percentages. You'll also want to use success boosters or sometimes item preservers, especially if it's a best in slot augment capsule. I'm not that much a gambler, so I like to have my percentages at 100%. That way I know it's not going to fail and I just lose that augment capsule. What a waste. We'll be moving on to multi-weapon, or how to create a multi-weapon. You would select your main weapon, then you would select another weapon, most likely your sub-weapon. It could be of different class, and you combine the two. And by combining the two, forming a multi-weapon, your sub-weapon also takes on the characteristics and stats that the main weapon has. So that way you don't have to build two different weapons for equipping both your main class and subclass. It saves time and resources. It also allows you to be able to use the PAs or techniques from your subclass and your main class at the same time. Augment Transfer. Now you'll have two selections, two options. All Augment Transfer Pretty self-explanatory. You're transferring all your augments off of one piece of gear onto another. You have X Augment Transfer. You do these with the clerodems. This is how you get your X augments onto your main weapon. So we'll go through X Augment Transfer. You'll select your base weapon. Then you'll select the clerodem, which you want to transfer the X augments off of, and put it onto your base weapon. It's that simple. Once the X augment has transferred off of it, it will be gone from the clerodem. So remember that. Like we talked about earlier, it's self-explanatory. All augment transfer all augments off of one piece of gear onto another. In order to perform an all augment transfer, you have to have an augment transfer pass. You also have to pay meseta. Exchange enhancement materials, augment capsule. As you can see here, this is where we have a list of augment capsules or best in slot augment capsules that we can craft for both our weapon and units. You have to have the materials in order to craft them. We even have placeholder capsules, they're LC, they'll be marked by that. Until you get best in slot, I recommend you put those on your weapons and units. The personal shop or the player marketplace. You could obtain just about anything here. From weapons to units to augment capsules to materials needed to craft augment capsules to cosmetic items, anything. You can also run your own shop and sell things here. However, if you want to run your own shop and sell things on the player marketplace, you have to have premium, so do be advised. When I said anything, I meant it. You can even find the best in slot weapon out currently, which is called M.A.R.S. Just about anything you could need or want is found in the player marketplace, or the personal shop as we call it. Next up, and it's important, is the Salon. This is the character creator. You can create pretty much anything in this. I would not be boasting if I were to say that PSO2 NGS has the greatest character creator ever, and it does. You can customize the face, the body, you can customize the clothing, you can have accessories, you can modify the animations, you can change and modify the voice of your character. It's crazy. The amount of customization is insane. I mean, literally, you can create any character from any anime series or from any video game, almost. Now, do be advised, you have to use Salon passes, especially for making dramatic changes. There are also some options that require SG or stargems when you make modifications to them, such as modifying your face, etc. We'll be going over the quests that wasn't discussed earlier, such as Nameless City, Duel Quests, and Leceil Exploration. Nameless City is a mode where you run around a city defeating various monsters, completing challenges, gathering points, all before the timer runs out. It's a pretty chill mode. It's worth running to obtain M.A.R.S updaters to enhance your M.A.R.S. Leceil Exploration is a roguelike mode where you defeat enemies, complete challenges, obtain buffs, and at the end you defeat the final boss. It's worth running to obtain materials for Techarts Customization. When updated, sometimes it does drop the latest weapons and units, but you can obtain clerodems from this, so it's important to run it. Moving on to Duel Quests. Duel Quests are 1v1 boss fights that drop essential materials to craft best in slot augments. So these quests can be very challenging and require learning the boss's attack patterns and properly parrying and timing. They can be fun for those who enjoy a challenge or want to prove they have mastered their class or build. I recommend running a lot of fictitious beam or mask, as you can craft best in slot Magis augment capsules here. Let's move on to the fun stuff, Urgent Quest. Now Urgent Quests are large boss battles that happen periodically. They're announced usually after concerts and are worth running as they drop the latest augments, augment materials, weapons, and units. They also drop camos and are very fun. My only problem with it is I just wish they were more frequent, like they were in base PSO2. Hopefully in the future they will be. Now moving on to Standing Party Quest. These are high difficulty raid quests where 4 players take on a boss and defeat it within a time period. Revives are limited here. Reaching the limit of revives results in a fail. The boss will have a large variety of attacks, phases, and mechanics. If you want to successfully complete these quests, you have to have good teamwork, know the mechanics, and try not to die as much as possible. Unlike Urgent Quest, you can take on Standing Party Quest as much as you like. The quest drops in-game weapons, units, augments, alchemic capsule materials, camos, and other various rewards. If you think you have the stuff to take them on, then go for it. It's time for you to prove you're the elite of the elite. You can access standing party quests from the map by selecting onto them, or you can teleport to where they are. As you can see, this ominous looking cube portal thing, you would interact with it and activate matchmaking. After that, you'll be teleported to the location of the quest. Now that we've gotten that all out the way, we're going to be moving on to how to obtain premium and how to access scratch tickets. As you can see, we got the shop menu. You would go to AC shop and you would purchase either a premium set for 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. Now you can obtain AC through Steam or whatever platform you're on. Moving on to play scratch tickets. Now you can see we have a new menu of all the current AC scratch tickets going on. You also have the SG scratch tickets and various other things. We're going to go through this. As you can see, this is an AC scratch ticket that's currently going on. You can preview everything. Accessories, voice, emotes, motions, even weapon camos, everything. So before you purchase it, make sure you want it, okay? Next, we'll be moving over to the free set of things for the SG scratch tickets. Like I said before, you can obtain SG for free endgame just by playing the game. So be sure to run these and get those items if you don't have them. Sometimes we'll also have something called an SP scratch ticket, which you obtain SP tickets by doing seasonal or LTQs. Like this, the Sonic Collab SP. Next is special scratch ticket. You can obtain special scratch tickets by just playing the game. The importance of this is to obtain stargems, Salon free passes, color passes, and augmentation success rates. In Big Bang, you want to be grabbing stargems, beta reactors, transfer pass vouchers, and augment item protections. You can obtain tickets for Big Bang Scratch by the reward box, but that's only during events or seasonals. I'm going to show you guys a way to obtain stargems easy. You do this daily, so you go to lookbook, view player looks, go to last updated, and you click on the character. All you have to do is just leave a like and do this for at least 4 or 5 characters every day. You'll get free stargems. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.